portrayed by our criminal justice system.
This was an execution in a vegetable garden.
The lawyer and family of a man run down and killed by a police officer say this dash cam video reveals the truth about what happened the night he died. Good evening, I'm Lauren Rowe. This is Local 6 News at 7. The family of Marlon Brown says they released the video themselves, and after watching it, they are more certain than ever that the officer who hit Brown should face criminal charges. You can see the video right there. The officer's cruiser leaving the roadway in pursuit of Brown, who was on foot. It appears to show him actually being run over. Local 6's Tony Pipitone has been looking at the video frame by frame and is really up to date on all of the evidence in this case.
Well, it happened so fast, Lauren. We want the viewers to see this several times. What you're about to see cost DeLand police officer James Harris his job, but it also cost 38-year-old Marlon Brown his life. Police, prosecutors, and the medical examiner say what you are about to see is an accident, not a crime, when a rookie DeLand police officer runs down a fleeing Marlon Brown with his patrol car. Brown's family and attorney call it vehicular homicide. Whatever it was, it happened so quickly, it helps to watch again. When you watch Marlon Brown in real time, you see it's only 6 seconds from the moment he begins running until the moment the officer's car stops on top of him. But slow it down. 6 seconds. He bails out. A second later, he's running. 3 seconds later, he slips. 1 second after that, the impact. And then it takes 2 more seconds before the officer's car stops. While it may appear Brown is struck by the car and run over, the medical examiner, Dr. Shipping Bao, who you may remember from the George Zimmerman trial, he found no fractures, not to the skull, arms, legs, hips, nothing, and determined he died from being asphyxiated by the weight of the police car after he slipped and fell and the car came to rest on top of him. And that was the official cause of death, mechanical asphyxia. The weight of the car basically preventing him from breathing. When he was found, Lauren, he was face down, and his head was in such a position down like this that he couldn't breathe. And that is what ultimately killed him.
Okay, we believe the grand jury saw this video. They did not indict him, and we've asked our own legal analyst, Luis Calderon, what the opportunities might be for the family at this point, even though the grand jury failed to indict.
Yeah, they're calling for a new investigation. They want an external eye on it, and the lawyers we talked to believe that there could be some action taken. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, special prosecutor, maybe a federal prosecutor. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with. All right, thank you, Tony. Well, DeLand's police chief responded to the family's press conference this afternoon, saying he fired Officer Harris as soon as he saw the video because, quote, the actions taken by Officer Harris that night are not consistent with our department's training, directives, or accepted practices. The incident is a tragedy, and I have personally spoken to Brown's family and extended my deepest sympathies. Kristen Giannis just talked to the Brown's family. Kristen, they seem more outraged than ever after seeing this video.
Yes, Lauren, they say it is not enough that James Harris lost his job with the DeLand Police Department. They're saying he should be facing criminal charges, and that's why they made the tough decision tonight to release the video to the public of their loved one being killed. They hope that it will help them in their fight for justice.
And we don't know what was presented to the grand jury. That's why we have so much trouble with it after we saw the video.
And we'll never know what evidence was presented to the grand jury when they were deciding whether or not former officer James Harris committed a crime. By law, everything in the proceeding is sealed. But the family of Marlon Brown says if grand jurors saw this video, they can't understand why Harris was not charged with vehicular homicide.
He was reckless. He went around 2 vehicles stopped. And that's the policy he violated.
Brown's ex-wife, Krystal Brown, claims police lied to her about how many copies were made of the video and how many people saw it.
We feel like the police, the state attorney, the medical examiner, we feel like they have lied to us.
According to documents released by the state attorney last week, on the night of the crash, the memory card from Harris's patrol car was taken to the DeLand Police Department. Copies were made, and then the card was brought back to the scene of the crash and handed over to Florida Highway Patrol troopers. Investigators with the state attorney's office asked DeLand Police Lieutenant Bruce Morehouse why he removed the memory cards from the scene of the crash, and he told them, quote, to make sure, A, they didn't disappear, and also, number one, limit the witness list of people who had their hands on it, end quote. Lauren?
Well, Kristen, you've been reading through the documents released by the state attorney's office, but you said there's a page missing about how the video was handled.
Yes, Lauren, there's a missing page right when they're discussing, investigators are asking about the video and who had their hands on it. And I reached out to the state attorney asking them for that missing page all day. I have not heard back. As soon as I hear back from them, I'll bring you the information. Lauren?
Curious. Thank you.